hello there. It's Saturday night. I'm pretty sure it's Saturday night. I go and I go and I go and I lose track of days very easily. I try my best to tick them off the calendar literally so I can know. And if it wasn't for my Fitbit and my phone, I really would be lost
Oh,
and not have a freaking clue what day it is. But I have got Becky from Vintage Viking Treasures with
um,
me. And hello, Linda. Hi, Jan. So nice to see you guys. And hello, everybody out there who has not had a chance to say hello in the chat. Welcome. It is awesome to have you here for a Saturday night. I've been doing three solo Saturday nights.
yeah, I know. I'm working and lurking usually. Occasionally, I'll pop in and say hi, but half the time I'm like, it's just easier not to move the keyboard.
I
But
know.
yeah,
I lurk a lot and I don't
hmm
always say hi. So yeah, it's true. I
yeah.
I do that too. And hello, homeschool Lou. And it was so fun. Last night, Aaron had some White House Christmas ornaments
Oh
because
yeah.
every year the White House puts out Christmas ornaments, and it was so. I know it's a little thing, but it was so fun to know that homeschool Lou was sitting watching with her
Ooh.
son,
Excuse me.
and and that was so fun. It was like we got this family happening watching us. That was so great. And they were the ones who were picking those up. So
Oh,
and
cool.
those were some really nice ones.
Yeah,
Really,
my
really
mom
nice.
has a friend who has the whole. I don't remember how long she's been collecting them, but she has all of them as far as I know.
Wow.
They're neat.
I'd be curious. When did they start? Do you have
Oh
any
man.
idea when they started?
I don't know. And my thing just froze and then fast forwarded, so I don't even know what the question was.
Oh,
You like froze and then
do
went, "Grrr."
did you catch that? Did you catch it?
No. When did they start? I
When
don't
did they
know.
start? Yes, yes,
I'd have to
that was
Google it.
I know. I'm really curious to know now. So, if anybody wants to do the research and find out when they started doing the White House
Mhm.
ornaments, yeah, let us know because that was a really, really cool little collection. And hi,
Oh
Denise.
man. I'm gonna
Um,
double check where my Wi-Fi is because I think that might be what's freezing. So if I go away, that's what I'm doing. Sorry.
okay, so I'm freezing on Becky's end. Becky is not freezing on our end, which is good. So that's not a whole horrible issue with the Wi-Fi, but just in
Let's just go with
case.
the cellular.
Oh, he's really into history. That's awesome. That is
Mhm.
so cool. And yeah, I mean the presidents and the White House and stuff, that's pretty fascinating history right there.
It is. I think a whole
But
pile of them showed up once at a store near my house, and I hemmed and hawed, and somebody else was buying the whole pile by the time I got back to it. Which I was like, yeah, that's fine. They really like them. They can enjoy them.
mhm. Yeah, I think it's really neat that that's something that they, all the presidents do,
Hmm.
you know, at Chris, whoever's in charge,
Right. Whoever writes down the history and gets that going, right?
right. Um, but
Oh,
yeah, that was really fun, and the things you can learn, just from whatever we find out there and share the knowledge, and that makes it so fun.
hmm.
And I like learning new things too. And oh, you had a few of them and recently donated them. Oh, Jan. Wow. Well, again, if we had known, we
Right.
White House ornaments. Neat. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm sure someone picked them up and they have them on their tree this year and they are enjoying them. Go ask for them back.
Right. Well, so speaking of that, we've done my mom's estate sale and our friend's mother's estate sale. And now all of a sudden, months later, people are going, I wonder where that went. Do you know where this went? And I'm like, it got donated. I'm sure it got donated. I have no idea where it is, especially
Oh,
how many months down the road now. So I'm like, yeah, no go backs anymore. So sorry. Yep.
no. But how's your mom doing at her new place?
She's doing good. Actually, Jeff is with her tonight. They're having their satellite building holiday party and entertainment tonight. So
Ooh,
he went ahead and went down and had dinner with her. It's south, so that for me is down. And then his aunt and uncle live in the building too. So it's kind of like he knows lots of people that are there. So that'll be fun. And mom asked if I wanted to, and I'm like, I can't imagine that I can grab dinner and then turn around and drive back home and be here and in time for
oh,
this. So I'm like, go enjoy yourself, have a good time. Not a problem. So that's what they're doing tonight. Yeah. So
well,
I get
fun.
pictures. Oh, look at the front coming in off the mountains. Look at the clouds today. So she loves her view.
Well, that's good. And I'm sure she has like a ton of friends there to hang out with.
I think she's meeting a lot more people, and they have a group that meets and plays cards, and they have the senior center group that comes and goes and meets and plays cards. So she's busy with all that stuff 2-3 days a week for sure.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's very good. And I am going to grab the link to Becky's channel. We're going to do this,
Oh
a few
yeah.
times. We're going to grab the link because
YouTube's been
Becky,
weird.
well, besides that, YouTube's always weird. We know that.
Yep.
But Becky has got some really exciting stuff coming up on her channel.
Oh
You are
yeah.
you are not going to want to miss it. So make sure you are subscribed to Becky and yeah, let everybody know what you've been doing and what is coming up on your channel.
Yeah. So when I started this crazy YouTube journey, for lack of any better words, I decided to do a 12 days of Christmas, 12 nights in a row live sales leading up to Christmas Day. And now I'm on my third December of doing it. So last year I added giveaways for everybody who made purchases. And I worked on getting giveaways together these last couple weeks and figuring out what we're going to do. So I will be on from the 11th through the 22nd, 12 days in a row. And you just never know what's going to come out. It's a lot of smalls, and I keep open boxes. And then everybody has the holidays, and I invoice the beginning of January and ship out after that. So it's kind of fun and a lot of work all at the same time.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it is. That's a lot of work. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. Now, the time, is it the same time every
Yes.
night?
It's 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, so that's 10 Eastern.
Okay.
So, but 7 Pacific.
Yes, 7 Pacific. Yep. So for the late night crowd for the East Coast, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Right. And I usually try and go about 2 hours, give or take. But the cookie cutters are out of control this year. So you never know what might make a second night appearance. And sometimes I let the chat choose what we're doing the next day because I have an idea. It really doesn't matter to me, what order we go in. And we go from there. So we just have a lot of fun hanging out. And that will replace, I'll be on Tuesday nights. But after that, I will be off for a couple weeks into January and take a little break. So. Oh, thank you.
And yeah, so because we've got some new people in the chat who probably don't know, But let people know that you do, I don't know how to even describe it.
What
Words are going to be
do I
hard to.
do? Well, I'm a third generation antique dealer basically, and mom had like an antique booth at a vendor mall for a long time. And once my kids got older, I went ahead and started doing that, and then I got into doing in-person shows these last couple years. So I do in-person shows for antiques, collectibles, glassware, Fenton, Scandinavian, mid-mod, kind of runs the gamut. Then I also have an antique booth, which we're downsizing mom's at the end of this month as well, finishing that off from her estate. And what else? My lives on YouTube, and I just got approved to sell on Knickknacks on District. So I have a few irons in the fire, and I'm hoping to really let my time off, kind of focus on where I want to be spending the majority of my time, and kind of reorganize a little bit while I'm off.
Great.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. So if you ever have questions about glassware, especially Fenton,
Yeah, we do a
glass,
lot of Fenton stuff. Yeah.
Becky is a great resource.
Well, and
Uh,
if I don't know it, I know a lot of people who do know.
right.
So, and I have a few books so we can look it up and figure it out. If
So
Google
yes.
doesn't let us cooperate, you know.
Well,
So yeah.
yeah, I was trying to do some Google Lens searching on this one piece I have that I just cannot find anything quite like it to
Mm-hmm.
figure out who made it. And it's like, Google Lens, you are letting me down.
Right.
You're
I
coming
have several
close.
people. Right. And I have several people in my life that I'm like, what is this? And I just send them a picture. And if one doesn't know, they're like, ask so and so. And if two or three people say, ask the same person, I'm like, well, hopefully they have the answer. So they kind of just send me around to who knows what. Because there's a lot of people in the glass world that have their own specific collections that they each know a lot about.
Oh,
And
sure.
we know, you know a lot of general information, but there's a lot of people who have specific collections who kind of have more information to pull from. So that's kind of fun too.
Yeah, especially with their little area of expertise then,
Yeah,
with a certain style or with a certain color or whatever it is that
right.
catches
Hmm.
their eye that they're collecting.
Yep,
And wow,
that's
Linda,
cool.
look at Linda made 10 Christmas wreaths with cookie
Ooh.
cutters. That is awesome, Linda. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll bet people
funny you
like
should say that. We could make a few wreaths, Linda.
them. Who knows? You just might want to start stocking
Just
up for
never
next
know.
year's Christmas wreaths
Hmm.
and
Speaking of
start
which,
planning them
oh
out.
my gosh, yeah. So I've been like randomly going, oh, wait, I have to write that down. Like random thoughts just come in my head. And I'm like, I'm just so busy right now that if I don't write it down, so if I ignore you for a second, I'm writing down a thought so I don't forget it.
Oh, I do that, but then I forget where I wrote the note because a lot of times they're on tops of my sales sheets.
Right, right.
Where did I put that note? Oh, yeah, I know where
I
it
try and
is.
keep a spiral in the car and a notepad on where right here at the desk so that between the two places, usually I know where they are. So
I know
otherwise, you're right. It'd be all over.
it's hard because a lot of random thoughts do
Hmm.
they're there, and yes, it's not easy to connect them all. Oh, I just noticed Gracie left. Where'd you go, Gracie? Okay. I thought she was sitting in the chair waiting for me to come and sit down and do my sale. And as soon as I sit down, she's like, I'm out of here.
Oh, deuces.
Oh, and it's a good spot because we're kind of close to the heater over here. So it's one of the nice spots. But well, that's okay. Oh, now you're gonna come back? Because I said your name?
That's right.
Okay.
You start talking about me.
Hi, Sherry. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you all again, everyone, for joining us. We are going to have a sale. And oh, I want to remind everyone that on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing an additional sale because Jen and two old guys are doing their monthly Friends Selling with Friends sale.
Oh,
And I'm going to be doing that on Tuesday this week. So I still am going to be doing my morning sale. I'll wrap that up and then send everybody over to the marathon sale. I have my time written down on my calendar, but I don't remember what time it is.
right, but that's all right. It's written down somewhere. You can reference it.
No, not this way. Nope, not this way. Come over here. I know. Yep. There you go. There is a path. I know that was a tough one. It's like, don't walk through my glasswares to get to the chair. Thank you. All right, there we go, Gracie. Now she's having some food. We're going to be good. So you guys know the drill. Everything is going to be offer up style. I'm shipping from Western Washington. Becky is in Colorado, pretty close to the center.
Pretty much smack in the middle.
How many inches of snow do you have?
I think we got 4 or 5 overnight last night.
Yeah. So if
most
you want
of it melted off on where they shoveled it. Oops, sorry. It's starting to, it's glitching occasionally again. Sorry, I don't mean to talk over you because I thought it sounded like you were done with your question and then it glitched. I was like, whoops.
Nope, you're good. You're good. Yeah, Jan. Yeah, cats and glass do not mix. No, not at all. Cats and most things don't mix. They are like a bull in a china store, I'll tell you. They're
or they like start pushing it off on purpose too, just to see if they can.
Oh, that's Faye. That's Faye's favorite thing to do. And I do have to be careful when I leave things on a tabletop or a counter because that's what Faye will do. And then she'll watch it fall on the ground and go, oh, and just walk off.
Look at that.
Yeah. That was fun. Now we're done. So
right.
But we will be doing one item per round because I don't count on Saturday nights. And I've had a really busy day. I'm not going to be counting anything tonight. But we do use Pirate Ship for shipping. We use PayPal for invoicing. And the price of the items does not include the cost of shipping. That is separate. And it does kind of depend on the size of the box, the weight of the box, and where it's going to kind of determine the price. But Pirate Ship does save us a ton of money. A lot of our postage is like half or even more of what it would cost if you took it to the post office to ship.
Oh, way better than going in person and waiting in line.
True, much better. And hi, Jose, nice to see you. Let's see, what else? Oh, everything will be offer up style. I'll be putting the start prices into the chat and highlighting them on the screen. I'll also be doing shout outs so that you'll know when offers come in and everything. Because I know a lot of people are watching on their phones and it's small. It's tiny. It's really hard to see.
Yeah.
So I'll try. We'll do the shout outs and everything. We'll do a countdown at the end. The going once, going twice, and sold countdown. But offers will continue until everyone is out except for the high offer. So that way, especially in wintertime, especially when the snowstorms and the winds and everything is in the area, it can affect internet speed. So I really try to take out the factor of internet speed. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be first in order to participate and have a chance at claiming an item.
I think that's what I have going on. They said we're going to get heavy winds tonight. So I think that's what's playing with this tonight. So.
Oh, probably. It always does.
Yeah.
Winter weather is fall. We're not even at winter yet.
I know we're not even in winter yet. Give it a few more days.
Close enough. It feels like winter.
Yeah.
But it does play with everybody's internet. Hi, Aaron.
Mhm.
Nice to see you. Oh yeah, and Aaron is going to be joining the Friends Selling with Friends sale on Tuesday. So yeah, so be sure and join us, and and stay for all, I don't know, 6-7 hours. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so with that, we are going to go ahead and get started with the sale. And I am going to, let's see, click on that and bring Becky over to start the sale.
Okay. Let's start it with a little bang. I've learned that it's kind of fun to start with the big things, so you know how much you have room in a box. And this is a Blinko
Hi, Sherry.
vase. I have a friend. I have a Blinko connection, and she identified it as a certain number. There's the little pontil on it. This needs to start at probably needs to start at $50. It would probably be about $75 or so at a show. It is their blue color.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Sherry.
7.5 inches tall. It's got the rib optic. It's really shiny, so it's getting the reflection on it, but it also has like a dot optic within the ribs. There's like 3 or 4 dots here.
Okay.
So it's got multiple optics. And if I had remembered, like at the beginning, I was going to go reference that so I could tell you the date and everything from when it was made. And I didn't look at that, and I'm on my phone now, so I can't. So, but it is Blinko. They made it in a couple sizes. It's our standard blue color. And they named everything by like just item numbers. So it's like a 4-digit item number in terms of what they would call it. And I think they made it in a couple different colors and a couple different sizes, but this is a 7.5 inch one. So it's a nice size, nice weight. And let's see, I have my scale so I can tell you it is almost 2 pounds, almost exactly 2 pounds of glass.
They were not skimpy with the glass.
No. And since each piece is gathered and blown by hand individually into their wooden molds that they use at Blinko, when you can go and watch them in their hot shop still. And they still use the same wooden molds that they've created over the years. And that's why their shapes kind of change over time, as because the hot glass burns the molds and changes it just minutely. And each one is different as it's blown out. And it's got, look, yeah, how thick the glass is there at the bottom.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. But yeah, that is super shiny.
Yeah, boy, the reflection on this is something else. So
I know. I think that's incredible that, glass is so hot and they use wood molds. That kind of is mind blowing. It's like, aren't you worried about setting them on fire?
Well, they soak them in water. They're just all sitting in buckets of water.
But still.
So, but yeah, they still steam and get charred on the inside when the glass is blown out into them. So, when they're making pieces over and over again all day long, they get hot. So,
wow.
That's my first one.
That is so pretty. Hi, Christine.
There, so I don't knock it off.
And thank you, Kathy. Kathy, I think just put the link in for Aaron's channel because who was it? Someone just said, Linda. Linda was unsubscribed from Aaron. Yeah, it happens like that. It's kind of crazy how quickly, and you don't even notice until all of a sudden you go, wait a minute, I'm not getting notifications. So if everyone could take a second and make sure they're subscribed to Aaron. Also, I think just about everybody in the chat is blue. But Kathy, Picasso Cat, is trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And if everybody, she commented in the chat, so all you have to do is click on her comment or click on the three dots at the end of her comment, and it'll take you right to Kathy's channel, and you can check and make sure you are still subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, please do, and help her get to 1,000 subscribers. And hello, Simone. So yeah, I don't know what Kathy is at right now.
I think it's at like 916 when I just went over to look at it.
Oh, okay. So she's getting there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work, but she is getting there. So yeah, and if you share out, anything to your social media, like spread the word about Kathy and help her get to 1,000. That would be really, really nice. And thank you, Kathy. And Kathy's got the link in also to make it a little easier. All right. So for my first item, as I was going through some of the new things, I have it's Christmas. It's a Christmas item, but it is also a teacup.
Oh, that's cute.
So this is a Royal Albert teacup.
Mm-hmm.
It is Christmas magic. It was made in 1990, bone china, England. And look at that beautiful Christmas tree. And it's got some Christmas roses in the holly and berries. It's got a really fancy handle. And then on this side, we've just got some packages. Some paintbrushes. Looks like the supplies you need for wrapping a package. And on the inside, yep, you've got the bonus flowers on the inside. I know. Where is Doug? He's missing all the action. He's going to be so upset he missed a Christmas teacup.
That's pretty cool.
I'll have to send him the link. I don't want him to miss. And thanks, Barb. And hello there. So the saucer actually has, look at that, a little different design right in the center. And then the beautiful holly and berries and roses. So it is very festive, very fun, very Christmassy.
I like how they've incorporated that with their regular English rose pattern. That's really pretty with the ivy put in with the holly.
Yeah, they kind of have a thing. They're good at that.
Yep, they are.
All right, we will count that down for Barb. So going once, going twice. And sold to Barb. Thank you, Barb. All right, we'll get Becky back over here.
Speaking of Christmas, I found a few things when I was finishing up on Tuesday. I took a bunch to my booth, but I saved a few. I didn't do all Christmas items, but I figure we should be able to still get stuff to people in time for Christmas. This is a Santa planter. I wish I had hoped so much that he was whole towered, but he is not. He has half of a sticker underneath. He will start at $30. I wrote down, I thought, what he was. Parma, made in Japan. Is it Parma?
I think so, yeah.
So he's still that time frame. Really good size, great condition. He's 7 inches tall. He's got gold accents all around his beard that are in great condition. His eyes are super cute. And I love the little like Superman curl there. His boots are sticking out. He's got green mittens that he's leaning back on. And it doesn't even look like it was really used as a planter. It might be, no, it doesn't look like it was really used much at all, quite frankly. But he has half a sticker on the bottom, and he is in just great condition. So I was keeping him to show you guys tonight, and if he doesn't sell tonight, I will put him for last chance in my booth. He's got a lot of detailing all the way around. Stephen, my friend in Alabama, had one similar to this, but he had his pack next to him with the planter on the side.
Oh.
And so it was the same character, same multiple different shapes in the same line. So that was kind of fun to see that he had him out in his shop in Alabama. But
yeah, those gold accents.
yeah, that's
his
what I was
beard.
gonna say. You know it hasn't been washed over and over again.
Right.
So, but he's a cutie.
Oh, he is. And he is nice and big.
Mm-hmm. Usually you get the small figures that are 3-4 inches tall. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he had to come home with me when I saw him. So all right.
He is pretty fantastic. And that would be nice just to put like just sprigs from outside, just
a little bit for a centerpiece would be great.
Line or something in
something
there.
With glitter or sparkles on it as well to, bring out that gold, and he'd be all set for a nice little centerpiece.
Yes.
So, all right.
All right. So we will be doing a speed round at the end. But it's Saturday night and I know it's going to get late. So if you see something that we pass on and you think I can't stay up for the speed round and you want to claim it in half an hour from now, an hour from now, you just let us know in the chat at any time. If you want to grab something that we have passed on, we'll see it, or somebody will, point it out to us if we don't see it. But yeah, that guy was pretty darn awesome. Okay, so I spent part of today making some movies.
Ooh.
Because I have a couple of glowy things today. And let me oh, I had to think, where is this? It's on my phone. That's where it is. So let me go here and here. Okay, so my next item is going to start at, I can't. Hang on. Let me get
This is why I haven't done the technology yet.
I know it takes a minute to remember how to do it. So this is a very old piece of glass. It almost has a Fenton-like look to it because it has yellow glass around the edge there. But it is a custard glass. It does not have a Fenton-like pontil on it, though.
No, Fenton doesn't. Nope. It's got that double crimp, but that's where they got a lot of their ideas from, this Victorian glass.
Yeah, but it is beautifully hand painted. Let me play that again so you can really see the glow on this piece. Now it's not huge. It is small, but this is an old piece of glass and it is beautifully hand painted and it glows like crazy. It's got such a beautiful glow to it. So let's see. It is about five. It's about 5.25 inches tall. So again, it's not huge, but this is a very spectacular. Okay, let me get me back up here, and I'm gonna see, because I know I've got a lot of lights here, but I'm gonna see if I can get it to show the glow, or if I'm just gonna blow it out.
You can see it when you put it straight down in there, so.
There you can kind of see a little more of that glow. It is amazing. This thing is like on fire. And then look at that beautiful yellow all around the edge. It is a really interesting piece. And then here is the hand painting on it. I mean, look at all of the colors of green that are in the leaf. And hi, Mary Beth. And then there is the pontil on the bottom. And it is, you got to be careful. There is a little rough edge on there. But yeah, this is a absolutely beautiful piece, and it glows like crazy.
It's pretty. Is it a lighter weight?
Sort of. You
It's like
you can feel that this top part is pretty light,
Uh-huh.
but right around here you can feel that it does have some weight in the base right around here. And I think because it goes up a little bit
Mm-hmm.
right there, that they've got that little extra layer of glass right there to just kind of keep it. So if you were using that as a bud vase, it's going to keep it from toppling over, because you wouldn't want this one to fall over because of those beautiful ruffled edges. But yeah, amazing custard glass that just has an insane glow to it. I wish you could see this on my end. There you can kind of see a little bit in that base. It's fantastic. All right. So think about that. Think about someone special in your life that needs a really amazing piece of glass. All right. So I do have another movie coming. It's going to be in a little bit.
I'll just have to improvise on my end with the black light. Okay, this round I have a set of 3 of the wise men. They are big. I just measured them. Think I could remember it? No, 9 inches tall.
That is big.
Right. Yeah, because they are large, and they are candle holders as well. So I have the whole set of 3, all the different colorways with everybody with their gifts. And excuse me, these will start at $50. I have seen these anywhere from, $100 for the set of 3 to $75 for one. They are made in Japan. They are lightweight. Like it's not heavy like plaster, but it's not like paper either. So it's kind of, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's that lighter weight stuff that's not terribly, it's not the breakable stuff. But I don't know what they made it out of, honestly. So, but I don't even think that they were ever used for candles, because I haven't seen much of any wax. And if they did, oops, that's the top of the camel head. There's the holder. There's no residue in them. And these 2, well, this one has the sticker that says made in Japan. This one does not. And this one does. So 2 out of the 3 have the made in Japan stickers. The camels are basically the same. It's each of the wise men that are just a little bit different. Their colorway, their faces. their gear. So, and they almost weigh 3 pounds for all 3 of them. But they are gilded, and if you backlit or put lights around your nativity, these would just sparkle and shine and really set off the back of a nativity. So I'm thinking that these were more of a, since they have the candle holders, I don't know if they were necessarily part of a whole nativity set, but
or if they were just meant to be like a mantelpiece,
right.
or
They are
centerpiece.
right. They are statements,
Wow.
though. They're not just little camels to add to the background, but yeah.
Yeah,
So
those are amazing. I've
if somebody,
never seen things that big as a candle holder.
I had never
They're
seen anything like these
spectacular.
when I picked them up. I was like, what are these? And I picked one up and I went, it's so light because I think they're hollow as well. So I was like, well, I got to take them home just so I can research them and figure out what they are. So, but
Yeah, that is a really amazing set.
and they are pristine. So and when the stickers that I had were on the bottom, so we weren't in any danger of like the cold paint being pulled off, and they weren't taped together or anything.
Mhm.
So I know lots of stores love to do that, but so all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Taping things. Oh my gosh, stop
Mhm.
taping things.
That's my offering.
All right. Those are amazing. Amazing. And yeah, so again, we're going to have a speed round at the end, but if you're watching on the replay and some of these things are unclaimed and you are interested, grab them, because those pieces, all those pieces so far have been outstanding.
I just saved some good ones for you, Trisha.
Yeah, you did. All right. So I think, even though this one is not marked, I think this might be the Fenton bird,
Mhm.
because it's got that little wing here and the big tail and the beak.
It's the happiness bird.
The happiness bird.
And if he is marked, it's on the back side of that other wing on the back by you.
Okay, well, maybe it is, and I just don't.
It's underneath.
Underneath.
So some of them were made before the 70s, that's for sure. But yeah, it was like on the back side of that little wing.
All right, so it doesn't look like it is marked, but this, I tried to see if this was something that would come off, and it's not.
Mm.
So I don't know where that came from. And I don't know what it is, but it's not something that's like sitting on there that you can scrape off. It's like it's in there. It's part of it now.
Oh.
If it wasn't part originally, it is now, because I don't know, I didn't take like a heavy abrasive or anything to it
No.
if I could get it
Is that the
off.
blue satin?
Well, it almost looks like a slag.
Right, but some of those satin colors are like heat sensitive, so they kind of
Okay.
marble a little bit like that. And
Okay, so that could be what's happening
yeah.
then.
And if it does have a satin finish and you took an abrasive something to it, you could like shine it up in that spot.
Oh, well, don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And hi, Jonathan. So this one has a $22 start.
Is it reflecting the screen on it too? Or is it
Uh,
it's just my eyes? It looks almost a little green reflecting it in a couple places. I don't know if that's a screen or what.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we can get it to do it again. Aside from that little mark
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, they have made this bird in this shape in So many colors and combinations between the colors, the finishes, and the paintings. There are hundreds of varieties.
Wow.
One of the Fenton conventions that I went to had a display table of a portion of someone's collection of happiness birds, and I think they had about 50 different varieties just on that one table.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Now, was there someone at Fenton that was keeping track of all of these? Like all the different colors each year that they produced?
Yes, it's supposed to have been documented. Yes. I mean, they made I don't know, something crazy like 95 different blue formula class colors as well. So right. So I mean, yes, technically they were supposed to have kept records, but my understanding is a few things when people ask, well, where is this mold or where is that? They can't be accounted for right now, but I mean, it's closed and the records have gone everywhere. So some of them are in archives and some of them are in libraries and supposed to have been, but not everything, if you're looking for something specific, can be found occasionally. But
wow. And then was it blue number 37? Was it blue number 44?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why they ended up with so many crazy names for their colors. Mm-hmm. But there's so many books out there. A large majority of it has been documented. So.
All right. So that one is 22. And we'll pass on. Ooh, nope. The tail goes up.
Right.
There we go. Trying to find that level spot so I can set it back down again. All right. We are going back to Becky.
All right. I have an apothecary jar, is for lack of a better term. It is a jar with a stopper. It is clear with a gold thistle pattern printed on it. Let's see if I can get. I need something white. Where's my white piece of paper to help us look at the pattern? Boy, the shiny has just been as strong tonight. I had this priced at $35 at my show, so I would start it at $25 here.
Okay.
It's got the thistle pattern and a couple different heights, but it goes all the way around. The whole jar itself is,
it's kind of an atomic looking thistle.
Yeah, 8.5 inches tall. And it has a gold band around the stopper. The stopper you can see has a little bit of rings from where the glass was pressed into the mold. It was ground down to fit into the bottle, and it is hollow, so it's not as heavy as some stoppers. And it also has gold here at the top. And it is marked Holland bottle made in Holland. And then it says, I can't tell if it's, sorry, I'm going to do it this way. 16 ounces AUC. When I have tried to research this, I haven't found anything similar to it. But because of the pattern and how good the print, the gold is on it, there's no scratching on it. And it's very, yeah, you're right. It's very atomic and mid-mod. So it is probably about 3 inches across, 2 3/4 inches across at the bottom.
Well, and so many things from Scotland, have thistles
right
that it kind of makes you go, oh, is that from Scotland?
But it's a big print made in Holland.
Made in Holland. I'm sure thistles grow everywhere.
Right. I mean, they have those Belgium jars that have like the bubble stoppers. Yes. Those are from Belgium. So, I mean, that's, that makes sense to me too. I don't know. They made a lot of that kind of stuff in that area of the world. So,
Yeah,
right,
very
and
cool to fill that with something like maybe something white that
mhm,
would really show off those thistles. That would be a lot of fun.
right. Let's see. Does this help any? If I put it, it doesn't do it so much. Right there.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is just so shiny on the screen tonight. My goodness. But yep. I usually find these and that, they've been washed and then they've been put in the dishwasher and then you have to, fold it all the different directions to even see what used to be there as a pattern. So this one's got
Right.
great printing left on it. So that's my item.
Yeah, really fun. Put that in your bathroom with your bath salts in it.
Mhm.
Show off like a light pink or a white. That would be so pretty.
Ooh, a
That
mint
gold.
color would be cool too. It kind of goes with that
Yes.
era.
Yes. All right. This was a really fun item to find. It is a jewelry casket, a rectangle. It's got super fun feet on it. It has a red interior with a mirror. Ah,
Speaking of reflection,
gonna blind everybody. There we go. It's got a red velvet interior and a really big mirror. And on top, look at this beautiful pattern. So all the little metal work around, and then it has this beautiful design that, yeah, that comes off. There's just a little piece there. And then that center, yep, we've got the courting couple. They are everywhere, but that beautiful medallion in the center. So here's how it looks. And I'll show it back here and I'll get a measurement for you. But beautiful work done on the metal. And it does have a hinge top on it. So I'll open it this way so I don't totally blind you. And you can see how it hinges open there. I know one of the problems with the ring lights, it's like, I can't see. And those absolutely lovely feet. So when it's sitting down, it is raised. This is 5 inches long, 3 inches wide, and about 1.5 inches deep. Again, I'll get in close so you can see how beautiful the top is on this. All of this little metal work here. The beautiful top, and then this lovely medallion that's in the center. And then, yep, you can show off your jewelry in here. And then it does have a nice latch that closes on top. So that one is $35 for the jewelry casket. And yeah, I haven't seen one with that top, well, a top quite like that and with that medallion. That was kind of a new one for me too. I usually just see them with the gold metal tops, which look really pretty with the whole, the whole theming. All right, so we will go ahead and go back to Becky.
all right. I have a mosser ruby tree that has been painted with like some holly and berries on its leaves. This is the 5.5 inch tall tree, which is their medium size. was signed by SD. I'm not familiar with the painters through Mosser, but it is a new tree. They rotate through colors, and this one, you see the cadmium glow from that ruby color. It just glows crazy amazing.
That is a
everywhere.
really good glow.
Yeah, every single branch has a really great glow to it. Did I tell you a start price?
No.
$35. The trees that are painted just start a little bit higher than their regular ones. And they have 3 different sizes. This is, like I said, medium. Their large is about 8 inches and the small is about 3.5. They're all kind of graduated sizes. And this is just the shiny ruby. And again, it has the little white, like pine needles or, I don't know, snow. I'm not quite sure what we're going for there. And then the holly and the berries on the boughs of the tree. It is hollow. It goes all the way up there. But
Hi,
these
Patty.
are probably, I would say, a pound and a half of glass. And I was looking for the Mosser logo. It's usually on there somewhere, but I wasn't finding it this time. Because there's so many nooks and crannies on this one, I'm not quite sure where they put it.
Or maybe they painted on top of it.
Right, which it very well could be. I was hoping it was near like where the signature was, but I couldn't find it. But the Mosser logo is the shape of the state of Ohio with an M in the middle of it. Or, as my friend Steven likes to say, a shield with an M in it. So, I'm like, that's the shape of Ohio, right? He's like, oh, I guess you're right. So, there's
well, Ohio does kind of look like a shield. So,
yeah.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I see Patty for 35. Thank you. I was going to wait. I turned on the scale waiting for it. Oh, it's just a little over a pound and an ounce. So it would have to, depending on what it goes with, it would probably be shipping out at around 2 pound rate. So anyone else is interested, we can count it down. Just going to try and show all that painting on it. They pretty much got it's pretty well covered.
Hi, Sabrina.
And again, that crazy glow. Get myself in the eye.
Oh, Laura puts a tea light under hers. Yeah, nice.
Yep, they would. Now it'll accentuate the color of the glass.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to see, like, you can see some swirling inside. Like, the black light isn't going to show from the inside out, but it would definitely light up the ruby color, and you'd be able to see that brighter, for sure.
Yes.
So I don't think I have a regular black light. I have like 5 black lights, but not a regular one. So.
Better to have too many than not enough.
I just got a new one that I can charge it like with a USB instead of replacing the batteries all the time.
Wow,
yeah,
nice.
I thought that was fun. So, all right, we can count this guy down.
All right, going once, going twice, and sold to Patty.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Patty.
Yeah. They've made some really pretty colors this year. They did a new blue that's iridized. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Patty.
Awesome. I'm so glad that they're still making stuff, and that is so cool. All right, I've got another piece, probably Victorian. This is a silver plate basket by Elkington. And they did a lot of items kind of starting around the 1850s and went up through like the early, I don't know, 1920s or something. But the handle does fold down. or it goes back up. It is silver plated, so it does have some natural oxidation for the patina on it. It is a large basket. I'm going to hold it back here by my head so you can see how large it is. But I'll also show you if you want to put in a little elbow grease and get it kind of back to where it was originally. Well, there is the shine that is on it, and it's got all kinds of markings on the bottom, but it does kind of have the Elkington, and then the Elkington, it says like E and CO, which is in like a little shield. And so that is the Elkington mark in there also, but it does also say Elkington. This is 9.5 inches across, and it stands about 4 inches tall. And then it has that handle. So it's kind of like a little, like a flower petal design in there. But it is really nice, thick silver plate. And then you can see the design on the outside also on a nice pedestal. Oh, are we sure it's not the shape of Ohio? In this case, I don't think so. Oh, I know. Their little shield actually looks like a little shield. And sometimes it has, I could find that sometimes it has a crown in it. And if it does have a crown, it tends to be towards the earlier time, towards the more 1850s. But when it doesn't, then you're more towards like the 1890s and into the Edwardian era.
It's nice when the companies change their logos throughout the years so you can kind of figure out what time periods they use them.
Yeah. Yeah, but still really cool Victorian basket. Now, what they would have put in this basket, I don't know. I would like to know, but I have no idea. Probably like an envelope or something to deliver to someone. Here you go. Here's your envelope.
I would guess maybe even like fruit on a centerpiece as well.
It could have been.
Because bananas and oranges were hard to come by back in the day, and they were a status symbol.
Oh, I'll bet.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that would be great, Jan. Like roll up hand towels or washcloths. That would be
Yep.
nice presentation as well.
Yep. So that one is 32. And we'll pass on that. And then just a reminder, anything that we have passed on, we're going to be doing again for the speed round. But if you feel I can't make it up for the speed round, but I really do want to get that one item, let us know in the chat, and we'll hook you up.
Okay. I have something a little out of my normal wheelhouse. I was going to check and see if she had a label quick, super fast. This will be a $10 start, please. Oh, I'm not seeing. Oh, she's got a label, but I can't show it to you. It would be too revealing. Yeah.
Oh.
It says, right. So she's a small sized Ginny doll.
Oh.
She comes with this stand. She has a tag, but it's inside her little pants.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that to this poor gal. But she's really cute. Great shape. Her hair is all in the braids still. And whoever originally had her wrote Vogue Ginny Doll Minnie. So I'm assuming it's Minnie, like Minnie Mouse with the polka dots, kind of to mimic that kind of outfit. She is just about 7.5 inches tall, and her outfit snaps here in the back. She's got all these fun, cute little lace underskirts. And Miss Pat would be proud with her little underpants and her gingham bow. Her arms and her legs are all articulated. She's got these little white Mary Janes on, and they do unbutton because I had to put these shoes back on her because one fell off. And that little tiny pearl button is tiny. Socks. What else does she have? Oh, and her eyes closed. Let's see if we can get her to there. There we go.
Hi, Nancy. We've got Nancy in for 10.
She's just an adorable little gal. I think she came in a group or, it's one of those things where I'm starting to be like, oh, I remember getting that, but I don't remember getting that. Some things just call to me occasionally and I have to pick them up. Her little red hair. She was in just such great shape. So, and she comes with her stand with her handwritten note. So, and she's not very heavy. She is a plastic composite. So she's just about 5 ounces with the stand. So she's a cutie. I would guess that this one would even be able to be played with, depending on how old she actually is, because she's not porcelain, so she's not breakable. So we can count them down for Nancy.
All right. So going once. Going twice. And sold to Nancy.
Wonderful.
Excellent. Very cute.
She's been keeping me company on my desk a while.
Nice. Okay, I have a kokeshi. And it does not have a signature, but I do think this is an older piece. And let's see, let me get him all lined up here.
Oh, goodness.
So we've got a great face, a little bit of hair on top there, and an absolutely amazing little outfit painted on.
I'm not really familiar with these. Are the bobblehead style, is that something that's pretty standard on these? Like they kind of wiggle around a little bit?
Yeah, it just kind of depends on how they're set in there. But yeah, they do tend to wiggle around a little bit.
I mean, I think it gives them character. They're cute, but
yeah, I mean they still make them, and it is hard to date sometimes. Sometimes they'll have a signature on the bottom. This little one does not, but the paint job on this is just outstanding.
Yeah, the detail is perfect.
And especially the bow in the back. I mean, that is just magnificent.
We have a little thrift, like you call it thrift loosely now, that donates, they donate to the dogs and support rescue animals. And they are pricing, saw a kokeshi there, and they had it at like $35. I was like, well, this really isn't a thrift store. You should just call it an antique and collectibles shop at this point.
Yes. Yeah, but this one is worth more than $20. But for you guys, yeah, I'm giving you the good price of $20 on this one. 5 inches tall. But yeah, the paint job on the body here is absolutely amazing. Crazy detailing. All right. So that one, $20. And we're going back to Becky.
Okay, I have a $12 start, please. This is a friendship ball, a glass friendship ball. It is 4.5 inches from the top of the hanger to the bottom. So the ball itself is about a 4-inch. It's clear, and then they added the frick colors in these bright yellows, reds, blue, and a little bit of gray. It has the original tag on it. However, it has been gifted before. I was going to leave it on there because it describes what it is. And on the back, it tells us who made it and where it came from. Even though it is mass produced, it is an amazing. Oh, it's just going to blow it out, isn't it? It's almost like the yellow just goes to a brighter yellow on the outside. Let's try the other one. Let's see what it does. Yep. Oh, there's some red at the bottom. Oh, yeah, it's just really not going to show up very well. There it is, a little bit. There's some of that orange.
Yeah, there it is.
So when Mom had a big picture window in her living room, she had these ornaments and friendship balls just staggered, hung from the frame. And in the afternoon sunlight, they would just light up beautifully.
That would be really pretty.
So that colorway is on each side, and then it's just been pulled back this way. There we go. The same direction. Just pull the colors together in the glass. It is a little bit heavier. I would guess this, let's see, I'm guessing close to a pound. 10 ounces, 11 ounces. So it's a solid one. It has a nice, big, thick hook with that organza ribbon. It is very solid. It's kind of fun. So that's my offering. I sound like I'm at church or something. Sorry. That's my choice.
Oh, that works. Okay. I have next a teapot.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
But this one is a Royal Albert teapot. It is beautiful. Look at that handle.
Somebody is talking about me. I swear. Sorry.
It even is painted on the bottom of the spout. I'll take the top off here and show you the inside. That is beautiful. And then the top in great condition. This one not only has a name, but it is also dated.
Ooh.
So this is the Moss Rose, and it is 1956 Royal Albert bone china. So 1956 Moss Rose teapot.
We do a tea at our lodge every year. And everybody decorates our table in a different theme. It's really fun to come up with a different theme each year.
I used to do that also when we had when pre-pandemic, when the senior center was a senior center, but post-pandemic it's not quite the same facility.
Yeah. There's Doug.
There's Doug. You know what you missed earlier, Doug? Look at this. Look at what you missed earlier. A Christmas teacup. Look at that. I know. I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it. So yeah, 1956. It looks brand new. Looks like it's never been used. 1956 Royal Albert. And that is $40.
Still available, Doug.
Well, the teacup is not.
Oh, did somebody take it?
Yeah, the teacup
Oh,
sold,
see?
but the teapot is still available.
There you go.
I know. Well, I mean, when you find good ones, you gotta grab them.
Right?
You gotta.
Speaking of, I have 8 of these guys available. And I would do them at $5 each. Doesn't even necessarily need to be an offer up if someone is interested in them. I believe they were a hobby piece because there's a lot of detail in the item itself, but there's not a lot of detailing in how they were painted. So it's got the berries and the leaves on the handles, and then right up there on his hat. And then they're painted with a dark green on the inside, a glaze.
Oh, that's different.
Right. They didn't have a punch bowl or a say an eggnog bowl, and they didn't do their faces. So, and oh, here we go. I can barely see it. I see SAN and then 9-2. There's that SAN or SAW. That's hard to tell. And then the 9-2. I'm guessing that's probably a mold number. This one still has a little bit of sticky on the bottom of it. But I brought 2 over to show, but I have 8 total available. They would almost be good for a tea table, a festive one. But the gal that does ours is insistent that the teacup and saucer be at each setting versus a mug. No mugs are allowed.
No.
So, but boy, he would make a really fun, like, white winter table setting. So, they are just about 3 inches tall, and with the handle, they're about 5 inches across.
Yes, at a hot cocoa bar.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet you could stack those on top of each other too.
They've sat like this on my counter for a while. They're relatively flat. There's not anything that hooks them into each other.
Right.
But
if you had 4 of them, you could stack them up, and
they do sit like that pretty well. So, but
well, it's nice. It's the not in your face Santa mug.
Right.
You know, it's a subtle Santa.
Or he could be like Father Time, or, you know, he could maybe even be Jack Frost for that matter. You could kind of go all different directions with that. So that is a choice.
Nice. And those are $5 each.
Yep.
Okay. So next up is my second movie of the evening. It will be my last movie of the evening. But this vase, I could not find this exact pattern. I found very similar, but with a different bottom or a different shape to the shape. You know, it's like there was something that was close, but not quite. So I am not sure who made this, but it is a vase. It is going to start at $40. And it is also an amberina. And I tried it in the movie. We'll see how it turns out. It may have worked, it may not have worked. But let's take a look here and see what we've got. And then I'll do my best to kind of fill in the other parts of it if we don't get a good kind of glow off of it.
Ooh.
And it's pretty tall. It is 14 inches tall. So it's a good size. I think the closest one I found was Ellie Smith. But again, I just couldn't quite find like the right base with the right kind of honeycomb pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good 2 heads tall. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good, let's see. Yeah, pretty close to 2 heads.
Yeah, I need to see it up close.
Yeah, I
Switched
will
around to see the pattern better.
I will get it up here. So we've got this like three
Oh.
rows of honeycombs, but
Mm-hmm. How many sides? They have 6 sides. The shape.
Yeah. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
I think they consider that like the Georgian pattern, I mean, several companies made the Georgian pattern, and they made them like I have like one of them has different number of sides. So that might be a clue too for looking it up.
Yeah, and trying to find one with the base like this, with this pattern. I saw some with more elongated honeycombs that had a different base to it. Because like there was one with Viking, and it's like, no, the base was different with Viking.
Right.
It's like no.
Viking makes it, Fenton made it, Ellie Smith made it, and they're all a little bit different. Minute different changes. I think Fenton's have a 4-sided diamond shaped.
And
Within
then the top here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let me see if I can get it in. But it's like the red kind of goes up here, but not out on the sides here. It's like the red kind of stops. You can see it a little better in person. And that's where you get like the really, let me see if I can get it. That's where you get some of that really intense yellow, is right where the red stops, and it's kind of orangier at the top. But yeah, you get a really intense yellow there.
Ruby's a hard color to keep consistent throughout. Where it pushes out into the edges of a mold or where it's swung out, typically goes to that amberina look.
Yeah, it's hard to get it to really show off on the camera how pretty, but it does have it all the way up here, but you're just getting like that little spotlight of it.
Oh, and then got it.
And then it's really intense up here just because that red kind of stops and then it's just orange. But yeah, 14 inches. Beautiful.
That's a great price.
Beautiful vase. And then it does, hi Helen, have the honeycomb in the base also. Oh, since I have it facing this way, let me see if I can get it to a little bit. Oops, it is hard to see that, but yeah, it's a beautiful vase. I'll hold it back here so you can see the whole thing. It is really pretty. And then you get that great glow at the top there. So that is $40. And that was my last movie of the night. We'll see. I'll probably bring them back for the speed round to show it
There
off.
you go.
Show it off again. But we are going to go back to Becky.
All right, this is an $8 start. I have a Department 56 20th anniversary Dickens Village series of pins. And I think when I looked this up earlier, we determined that this was from 2003. So this is now 20 years old itself.
Oh, wow.
There are 6 pins. They're like enamel to depict the different houses from the villages that they've made over the years. Obviously, the Dickens village itself. And they are in the box, new old stock for that matter. And they have a double high tack back on them to keep them from like fall, like they're heavy. So
Oh,
then,
yeah, the
so it
weight.
doesn't like tip forward on your sweater or your shirt or whatever if you're wearing it.
You
So,
don't want a floppy house.
no, you don't want the house to tip over and all the contents to
Now, what
spill out.
does it say on each one?
Okay, so let's go with, I'm going to read them because I can't read them up there backwards. It says Historic Landmark Series, Collectible Collections 20 Years, Dickens Village Series. This one is the Historic Landmarks, and this one is Village Shops and Market, and then this one is Village Churches, A Christmas Carol, first limited edition. So this one that looked like a water wheel.
Yeah, like a mill of some kind.
And then the original 7. So I guess that's like some of their different series within. And then each of them say Collector Series and then Dickens Village Series on the bottom. So I had to go buy new glasses. I had to have another pair at this desk because I've been putting them in my pricing bag, and then it gets all over the place, and then they don't end up back at my desk. So I had to go buy some more of them. So
you will need to have one in every room.
Right? And they're not just $1.25. Now the glasses are $1.50 at the Dollar Tree.
What?
I know. I was like, wait, what?
Wow. Price gouging to get an extra quarter.
I was like, I didn't see a sign that said that they were $1.50.
I had heard that the Dollar Tree is now carrying. I haven't been in there in like the longest time. I need to go back in there. But yeah, that there are things, they're more like the Dollar General now.
Yeah, they have
not just $1.25.
Yeah, and not all Dollar Trees have like that extra section. So it's like $3, $4, $5 items. Yeah.
Okay.
So these were originally $25 retail. So good night.
Thanks for joining us. So the 20th anniversary, and they came out with those pins. Those are really cool.
I was looking at it the other day trying to figure it out. Yeah, right here, 2003. So this 20th anniversary is already 20 years old. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yep.
Oh,
if somebody who really likes the villages and stuff, this is something that's a little different, Not so these could even be you could even rig these up to be ornaments if you wanted to. I bet you could tie a ribbon on the backside and they could be ornaments to hang.
Sure you could.
Yeah.
Or that could be just something fun to display like right by your village.
Yep.
Wow. That is nice. I'm glad they did that. That was really fun to see. All right. Okay, so earlier I had the Kokeshi. Now I have a Hakata doll, which is a clay doll instead of a wooden doll, and she is very tall. She's like one of the tallest ones I've ever seen. I have 2 of them. I think I have my own personal collection of some Asian stuff, but mine are like this big. She is ginormous. Ooh,
Ooh,
I'm knocking things over. She's 10 inches tall.
good night, Jan.
Good night, Jan. And I'll get in close so you can see her face. And so she is hand painted. And she's wearing a beautiful robe. And you can see her one little foot is sticking out. And then here is her whole design. And there are her hands. And then on the back, we've got her hair, the back of her robe, and the bottom. So it is just a flat bottom, and then she has the one foot that is sticking out. And this is a Hakata doll.
It's got a little Yadro vibes in those pastels.
Yes. And then she does have some nice hand-painted designs on her robe.
Pretty.
And so 10 inches tall. Yeah, very pretty. Made out of clay. All right, so we'll let you think about her. I know she's a little different than what we've seen. Oh, did I get in close? I'm gonna get in close on her eyes. Look how pretty her eyes are. They did such a nice job.
The blossoms remind me of thistles a little bit too, the purple.
Oh, yeah, good point. They do kind of look like that, don't they? All right, so we are going to pass on her. And back to Becky.
Hey, found this little Santa guy. And he is a bell. So he is a $7 start. Has a sticker on the inside for Korea. So he's not as old as the Japan pieces. Still kind of that Holt Howard-esque style that they're, everybody is kind of tries to imitate. But at first I wondered if he was because of the face. So, and he's got a little holly and berries. And he's just 4.5 inches tall and about 2.5 wide with his little mittens sticking out here. His the ringer is attached here with a wire. So that's why it mostly just kind of rings on the one side. It doesn't swing very well from side to side. But it is included nonetheless.
It makes a sound.
Right. There's a lot of them that don't even have the ringers in them anymore. So, but he reminds me too of like like an A-frame style, the triangle. Reminds me of my glasses from the 50s. That's what he reminds me of, the triangle shaped Santa. Yeah. That's why I picked him up and I realized he wasn't as old as I thought he was. But he's still probably from the 70s, late 60s, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little cute bell.
And his red looks in really good condition.
Yeah, he has a little bit of sticker residue. That's what I was looking at back here, but it's just, I can get that off. But the rest of it is in really good shape.
He is a very cute. He's like, woo!
He's like, hey. You know what? I bet you he could be a tree topper. If you really wanted him to be.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you he could go on the top of a tree. Just for demonstration purposes, let's check that out.
Oh, yeah. Very cute.
Yeah. Well, he's the right shape to go around the top of a tree.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably want to make sure he's really secure since he is breakable, but.
And that is a long fall.
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be buddies with Humpty Dumpty.
No.
So that's my guy this time around.
Well, he is really cute.
Thank you.
Okay, now this is an item I just recently had at a sale, but I thought this is pretty amazing and worth bringing to another sale. It is the cash. It is by a company in England, CASHS, Caches. And this is what they call a woven picture. So it's kind of like embroidery. But this design is woven in, and this is the swallowtail butterfly. And I'll show it right up there. Absolutely beautiful detailing. And then it's got the yellow flowers, and down here it is signed Caches. And so on the back here, this is where I'm getting all of my information. So Cache's woven picture, swallowtail butterfly, and it says this is a Cache's miniature woven picture. It combines the skill and talent of artists, designers, and weaver who create detailed and delicate pictures in fine silk.
Isn't it nice when they give us all that information attached?
Yes. And this is out of England. And the measurements on this frame are 10.5 by 6.5. So 10.5 by 6.5. And I love the green that they used for the mat. I think that really picks up all the greenery in the leaves really nicely. And of course, it really makes the yellow pop out. You see how beautiful that butterfly is with the flowers. And there is a hook on the back for hanging this. And so that one is $20 for the picture. All right. So we're going to pass on that and go back to Becky.
Hey, I have a December girl. She has a blue flower with a rhinestone in the middle of it. She is there she is, $7 start. Made in Japan, Joseph Original. And I made myself a little note. I looked up a whole bunch of birthday ones at one point. And I'm like, if I don't put a note on these, I'm never going to have them right and mix them up constantly. So she's about 4 inches tall. And she does have all of her fingers. She's still got her nose. She's got a nice little updo swoop around on the side here. And there's gold accents on the flower and her dress with those red flowers on her dress. Her dress is almost 4 inches across, 3 3/4 inches this way. It's almost about the same. It kind of pushes up this part right here. It is the widest on the front. So I know there are a lot of people who like having all the months or looking for a specific birthday month.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to save them and show them at the appropriate time of the year versus doing them all at once. But that's a little bit of residue from a sticker or something. I can work on that. She's been up on my shelf when I put a whole bunch of smalls up there. I've been working on trying to separate them into seasons and make sure that I don't miss months like this. So, ooh, not focusing very well, but yep, a little Joseph Original December.
And that's amazing. You know, arms that are like that are usually
Mm-hmm.
the first casualty.
Yep. Well, and then the corners of the flowers.
True.
Yeah, and even the nose, even though it doesn't come out that far, if it hits, it's gonna pop. And she's got the black eyes, I believe. I know they did some with brown.
Mm-hmm.
So that is,
Very nice. And that is
yeah.
a great price for a
Well,
Joseph's
it's
original.
not like the big, huge, giant ones either. So it's a nice size for a shelf to go with some other a little display.
Right. And it is nice, you know, if you are a December or know of somebody with a
Mm-hmm.
December, those are fun to have around just to celebrate your birth month.
Yep.
Okay, I have a bracelet next. And this is marked Mexico 925.
Mm.
And I can't remember which side it is on. Nope, now I can't remember where it is at all. Oh, there it is. It's up on it's up on the loop here. So this is going to start at $15, and I'm going to see, maybe I'll do it this way, but right up on the loop here, you might be able to see there's a little writing. One
Mm-hmm.
side says Mexico and one side says 925. And so this has a clasp that just hooks on, and it is a beautiful design. I'm going to spin that around so you can see how pretty that is. And then there we are back at the beginning, and I'll see how skilled I am tonight at getting this on.
I would get it on, but never be able to get it
There
back
we
off
go.
again.
There we go. So it is a nice size, and that clasp is so pretty. Usually the clasp, you want to hide it. It's like, ugh, that's the clasp. Ugh, don't look at that. But on this one, it's like, no, look at the clasp.
Looks handcrafted.
It is very pretty. So 925 silver from Mexico. And yeah, a really nice bracelet. And very easy to get on and off. But once it's on, it's pretty. It doesn't move around. Let me see. Tap it down there and it doesn't come off. So yeah, it's on there pretty well. And then oops. There we go. And then it comes right off. So it's just that simple little hook right there. And that one is 15. All right. And then just a reminder, we are going to do a speed round at the end, but if you feel like you're not going to make it, because I know it does get late on the East Coast, and you saw something that we passed on that you're interested in, just let us know in the chat. And we'll go back to Becky.
Okay. I have a vintage Santa. He's an ornament, but I believe he was a candy container originally, but I don't remember. I know that they had things in it. It's that old vintage plastic. Usually these are smashed in a box. I found him in a bag full of ornaments, and he's got all the white printing on him still. He is just about 4 inches tall as well. Very lightweight and hollow. I'm not seeing. Oh, wait. See, and then I turn it another direction and I saw something. Nope. It's just the pattern on his fur around. Yeah, like you can see where it's white. That's what I was seeing in the back. So I didn't find any markings on him. I'm sorry. He was an $8 start. I was trying to start with that. I had it written down. These are the kind of ornaments that I remember that my dad had. Like they were like they were more than when they got them, they had something in them, and then they say he saved them over the years to keep for ornaments, because then that's the only ornaments he had. So, and he had like the little bitty like stocking that had stuff in it too. So it's just kind of a fun. Usually I see these about $15-$16 at antique stores, depending on their size, but he's a good size one. So, and I see Christy. Hello, welcome.
Hi, Christy.
And he does have, there's an opening at the bottom. So, like I said, I didn't research it a lot. I just remember my dad having some of these ornaments. So I know kind of the era that they came from. That's about it.
Yeah, and that one is in exceptionally good condition.
Yeah, it's just that older, harder sounding plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we can count them down.
All right. So going once, going twice, and sold to Christy.
Thank you. And I don't believe I have your information, so I'd love it if you could send it to my email there. Thank you so much.
All right, my next item is a bottle stopper. It is a crystal bottle stopper. And it's a cat. I know you can't tell in the box.
I was like, what is it?
But this is by, I don't know, Toll? Is that how you pronounce it? Toll? It is made in Austria.
Howl.
See, it's a cat's.
Ah, yeah. I started watching the Arnold Schwarzenegger biography, so.
Oh.
Austria. There's the cat.
There's the cat. And it is this beautiful crystal.
Wow.
Oh, it's a lead crystal. So it is a lead crystal bottle stopper. And it's a long bottle stopper. Beautiful crystal. And a beautiful crystal cat.
That's pretty cool.
And I'll spin that around and we'll get in close so you can see the cat's face.
So clear.
And then the tail is wrapped around here across the front.
Oh, I don't think so, Denise.
No, it's not. Leaded crystal, I mean, glass to crystal weighs more.
Yes.
Leaded crystal, it weighs even more.
Mm-hmm. And then there's like Fenton's clear. They call it crystal, but it doesn't have any lead in it.
Mm.
That's just the name that they chose for that colorway. But you can almost put that in a bottle. Well, duh. That's not what I was going for. My brain is cross-referencing words in like a vase or something too.
Yes.
Like to sit up higher in a display.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, duh, a bottle. That's what it's made for. Once the bottle's empty, you could use it to display it with it.
Yeah. Oh shoot. I just lost the lid. It just tumbled over my space. I don't know how it did that. But yes, this is by Toll, Towle, lead crystal cat bottle stopper from Austria. And that is $18 in the original box when I get the lid off the floor. my goodness. All right. And we're going to go back to Becky.
Okay. I have a $3 start. These are American Greetings napkins with Santa in the wreath. It's still that mid-century kind of design with the winking Santa. There are 23-ply napkins that are 9 7/8 by 10 inches when they're unfolded, and they were originally 65 cents. So it's the beverage napkin size, but it has the little copyright AG there for American Greetings, and just a fun little package. So, I mean, if you want to use them, be fun to put with a festive table, and or I know lots of people use these for like decoupage, or they take the image itself and copy it to do other assemblages and crafting, like Miss Helen that's in the chat. And or you can just stand them up in the back of a display, because it kind of goes, you know, with these other kind of Santas. Kind of the
Yeah,
same
and
kind of.
isn't there one of the mugs? Isn't that the mug a winking Santa?
Right. Like the whole Howard one. And there's a couple different ones that have the winking Santa mugs.
Yeah, so those would be cute in your hot cocoa bar, just to have with your winking Santa mug.
And those are his mittens holding the wreath around his neck. See, it is signed too, so it looks like the artist, whoever designed it, has a little signature on there too. So just a fun little piece to have. I mean, it's fun to find them in package. I don't like opening them, but you know that they are clean and ready to use if you do decide to. So when they're just open already, I have a hard time bringing them to a chat, because some of them have that, you know, that grandma basement smell to them. So being in the plastic, that helps a lot.
Yeah, and you know, if you say for you know, crafting purposes only, because they are an open container. Yeah. Yeah, because people do like to craft with those. Ooh, that's a 3-ply.
Yeah, I know, isn't it? Yeah.
Those are fancy.
They are fancy.
They were 65 cents.
I know.
Pay the big bucks for the 3-ply napkin.
Barely, yeah. I don't think they barely even make 2-ply anymore.
No.
So, but that's my guy.
All right. Well, he is cute. Okay. This is a bracelet, and I'll call it a charm set, because I don't really know quite what it is other than like a little charm. They are, both of them are, I'm going to hold it up here, 1/20th. Oh no, this one is 12 karat. This one is 10 karat.
Wow.
Gold filled. So for the set of them, they are going to be $20. And so here is this, I don't know what to call it other than like a little charm.
What's the other side look like?
The same.
No, I meant of the the charm.
It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same. So there's one side and there is the other side.
I wonder if they used to like engrave those with initials or something.
Very possible.
Thank you, Christine.
There is the charm. Now, this one does come with the safety chain. It does need to be reattached here. There we go. I'll turn it this way. So it just needs to be reattached right there. And then you have the safety chain on here. Right in here. Ooh. You try to get it to where you can see it, but right here is where it does say.
It's a puzzle, isn't it?
Sometimes it is. Oops, Now I lost which side it was on. Is it on this side? No, it's on this side. Okay. So on this side, let's see if we can do this. Oh, if only we had a little more room before we got to the camera. But that side does say, I'll read all the info that's over here. It says gold filled 120 10 karat PSCO. And this is etched, and that just goes right in there, and then it snaps right in. And the design is etched on here.
I wonder, that's probably a company name, I would assume, the PSCO.
Yeah, I do think that PS, yeah, stands for the company name. And so it does look like it is a flower pattern that is in here. Now, I don't know the age of this, but several bracelets in this style with the little safety chain here. Well, some of them go back to the Victorian era. Again, I don't know the date on this particular one, but I know similar ones are credited to the Victorian era. And
is,
so then,
is it hollow then, where it opens up?
yeah,
Interesting. Neat.
I'm going to say yes, hollow. And then that would just go on, and then, oops, it is an oval, slight oval shape, not a round shape. So it does fit on your wrist nicely. And then let's see, can I get out of it? Ooh, with my Band-Aid finger.
What did you do, by the way? Did you need a safety protocol like Helen, or what?
No, it's because my hands get dry and then they crack.
Yep.
This, I should have put it on the other, because of my Fitbit, I wasn't putting it on that wrist.
Well, you could
I'm wearing it now.
You can switch to me and have the whole time to figure it out if you like.
Yeah. Well,
it's like a handcuff.
And then, yeah, and then this just needs to be reattached up here, and then you don't have to worry about it falling off if it comes undone, which is not.
Trisha doesn't have to worry about it falling off either.
Not likely to come undone at any point.
Yeah, this winter it's all. I mean, and like we said, it's not even winter yet, and it is already getting.
Well, and my thumbs are notorious for doing that, unfortunately. And then, yeah, I just need to wear a Band-Aid for a day for it to
start to
healing.
keep it from being. Yep.
Yeah.
I was washing off like a little cheese spreader, getting the sticky goo off, and I don't know, somehow I was like, wow, that's a little sharper than I expected. It took a little slice off of my thumb. I was like, well, good thing that wasn't any deeper than that. But yeah, I totally understand.
Yikes.
All right, next up, I have another figurine. She is an angel. $7 start. Again, about 4 inches tall. She is made by Lefton in Japan with that, looks like an item number, a mold number on the bottom. She has a green robe, red accents on her wings, and she's got that little bluebird on the horn, and
I was pulling in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh.
I went, I wonder what happens if I pull in the other direction, and it popped right off. So
right,
there you go. We've got Christy in for 7.
Nice. She's got holly and berries, like a headband on that little updo of her hair. And there are like embossed or trees around her skirt with that little red airbrush as well. And she's got her toes sticking out. Now I think, so here's one toe and here's the other one. It's had a thin spot where it is open, but you can't see it from sitting on the counter. You can just see it on the bottom. So if you're okay with that, still be in. Her bird doesn't have much detail. He's just got 2 eyes, pretty much, on him. But she's a cute little holiday themed angel. I like the airbrushing. Really sets it off with the white.
It does. And then Christy, yeah, let us know. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you're okay.
Let me know about that. I knew it was there and I forgot to mention it right away. So there is the thin spot and there's her toe from the top. So.
All right. Christy's good with that. I know she's so cute.
I think she's adorable. I love her hairdo with the little holly band. So, all right, we can count her down.
All right. So going once, going twice, and sold to Christy.
Thank you. Now that Trisha's loose, you ready for another round?
Oh, man. If pulling one way doesn't work, try the other way and see if that works. Mm-hmm. All right. So I have a Longaberger basket next. This one is luckily it has the little tag inside of it to tell me what this thing is. It is the Home Office 10th anniversary basket.
Wow.
And it looks like a little mini picnic basket. And it says 1997 and 2007. And this liner is removable if you ever need to take it out and wash it. It has the Longaberger tag on it. And on top here, let me get this up. So on the wood top, it says, little ideas grow into big dreams. Big dreams can spring to life. And the basket does have the plastic liner. Ooh, come on. There we go. Mm-hmm. So it's got the plastic liner and then the removable fabric liner on there. There is the bottom. And it is, there we go. It is signed and dated.
It's a pretty neat company, Longaberger was. I wish they were still making it. They were supposed to come back, but
they should come back.
You know, their building was shaped like a basket like that, right?
I have heard that.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's maybe why that says it's the office basket, because that's the shape of that building.
So it's got a beautiful weave to it. And then it comes with
gorgeous handwork.
I'll get you measurements on that also. But in here.
Yep, there it is. See?
There it is.
I had a chance to go visit that, but I didn't know that I could until after the fact, unfortunately. And I wish I would have, because it's pretty cool.
And
Longaberger is still really popular in Alabama at Stevens Shop. It's great stuff.
And this one measures, let's see, 7.5 inches long and 5 inches tall and wide. About 5 inches wide. And that one is $20.
97. Oh yeah.
Cute
Seems
little
like a lifetime ago.
Doesn't it?
I know.
That's crazy.
It's just
What
25
is that?
years ago.
25 years, yeah.
Almost, yep.
Absolutely amazing. All right, we will go back to Becky.
Okay, I have a little Season's Greetings glass dish. It is that sheet glass that they slumped in the little molds to give it a little depth. This is a $7 start. And then they have printed on, this has got gold, white, and red. And I don't see any scratches in it. It is a little rough right here, but I think that's part of where when they made it, how it is. It's not sharp or anything. It's just a little bit rough. It's almost 5 inches by almost 4 inches. Probably was 4 by 5 before they put it on the mold. You can see the shape. They just put a flat sheet of glass, put it in the oven, and it slumps into that little shape. Heat it up and it melts. So I had another one that I had set aside, and then it ended up still at my booth and had a Santa smoking a pipe in the middle of it. So this is the only one that was here when I went looking for what I had set aside. So it's just a cute little dish. You could almost use one of those plate hangers to hang it up on the wall as well if you wanted to. And it's that smoky black, translucent, I can speak, glass. Oh, Christy is in. I apparently pulled the good stuff for Christy tonight.
Well,
thank you so
We've
much.
got homeschool Lou coming in at 8. And Christy's at 10.
Yeah, the gold, I'm not seeing any, well, let's see, nope. That I think is, there's one thing right under the N right there, but I think that's a little bit of from where the tag was. So that can probably wash off. Kind of goes all through the holidays with saying Season's Greetings. Hi, guys.
Christy's at 12.
Well, make sure you follow my channel. This is the kind of stuff that I pick up all the time. So,
and let me grab that link.
Okay, she says she's out to Christy.
All right, so we will count it down for Christy, and I just put the link in for Becky's channel.
Thank you.
Going once, going twice, and sold to Christy.
Thank you so much.
All right, I have a vintage fan, like the kind you fan yourself with. This is going to start at $12. And it comes in this vintage box. It has a very long tassel on it. Yeah, it needs a little combing. It's been in the box for a while. Made with bamboo. And wanted to make sure I was showing the right side. Isn't that pretty? So we've got the roses or some kind of a flower and a little bee on that side. So it's not a huge fan. And very nicely designed. And it is a paper fan. But isn't that little bee so cute? And then the beautiful flowers on that side, and then it folds up. And you have the beautiful tassel. And with fans, you can get these little stands. I have one of them. That's how I know. It's like a little flat piece, and then it has two little parts that stick up. So when you open up a fan, you can stick it in the stand, and it kind of supports it like right here and here. And so you can keep a fan open and enjoy it in this little stand.
When I was a kid, I used to hang them on my walls open with like those little bitty nails through the open work. I had 3 or 4 different ones for sure, amongst like some heart boxes. That's how I decorated my walls. They're fun. They're amazing when you look at how intricate and how thin some of the wood is. It's amazing that they survive.
Oh, yeah, it is absolutely incredible. It's amazing. And then yeah, with the beautiful design, and then this I really don't think this was ever really out of the box much. And it's just nice and crisp and in beautiful condition.
That's pretty.
Fold that up all nice, and it's got that beautiful tassel. And it fits just like that inside the box. So that is $12. All right, back to Becky.
Okay, I have another little figurine. This is a $7 start. It's a little boy angel playing a drum. Now, this one is a hobby piece because it says, let's see if we can catch it, right above the opening here, it says Holland mold. And it's really hard to read. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it at all. You can see the end of the word right here. But it is a very pale yellow and kind of a matte. Well, it's not a matte finish, but it's a very smooth glaze that they put on this. It has gold accents on his hands, the edge of his robe, around the neck of his robe. Here's his face. Pretty good detail considering how little the face is. And then he has gold accents on his shoes and the drum and any of the edges of his garments. But he is just kind of singing his little heart out, this little angel guy. He is about 4 inches tall as well again. And then I would guess this way he's probably almost 4 all the way around, between from his wings to his toes as well. No damage on his fingers, the edge of his wings, anywhere where you would, those little pieces that are normally sticking out. So, like, look at his little nose. Cute. I'm amazed at the detail they could get in some of these little molds as well.
Oh, it is pretty amazing.
All right. I see Sherry in at 7. So again, he's just about that, just this big, you know, Trisha's trick.
He's about half a face.
Giving me a high five, you know. So, all right, we can count him down.
All right. So going once, going twice.
Oh, I was gonna say I did try to get. This is under the glaze. This is not anything that's missing a glaze. It is under the paint and glazed in. Just so we know, you're not seeing it from further away. Sorry.
Well, they were making them fast.
Right?
Yeah, they didn't have time for cleanup.
It's probably got splattered from something else. So,
And he is sold to
all right.
Shandy.
Thank you.
All right. So I have a $12 start on a brooch. Now, this brooch does not glow. It kind of looks like it could, but it does not glow.
Oh man,
I know. I wish it did.
such potential there.
Exactly. But it does not. Now, the center is kind of a smoky gray, as are the round ones out. And then these beautiful green marquee. Now, this is a vintage one because it does have that nice riveting on the back. And then this beautiful piece that everything is connected to. Thank you, Laura. And I'll get you a measurement on this. It's about 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches. And thank you, Barb. So I'll show you how big 1.5 inches is. That big. And so again, you have that smoky gray and green.
I like the marquees. Pretty.
And they're all prong set. And we've got Laura at 14. And I'll show you the back again so you can see how that is made. And each of those pieces you can see is individually attached. And Barb is at 15. And Laura is out. Thank you, Laura. And we will count that down for Barb. So going once, going twice, and sold to Barb. Thank you, Barb, and thank you, Laura. Okay, and we are going back to Becky.
Okay. Oops. Gotta have that out there. All right. Next up, I have a box with some ornaments. Now, it does have a little bit of condition issue on the box, but still in the original box, we have 4 of these honeycomb Santa ornaments. I believe they are, the box says that there was originally, I think, a half dozen and made in Japan. $20 start for the 4 ornaments with the box. So it had 2, but I mean, usually I only see these one at a time. And there's a little bit of some smushing, but considering how tender these paper ornaments are,
Yeah.
very good
Wow.
condition. Like his nose had a little bit of some smushing, but these are just like those beads, like the berry beads that they still have at the hobby store. So if you wanted to replace that, you'd be able to. And it has gold glitter accents around the hat. And here's the next one. He's got a little smush right there.
Or you could just get some red paint or
Right. You could
nail polish.
try the Sharpie and see if it would work. Oh, and I was thinking, where's the hanger on these? They used to have strings on them.
Oh.
And it looks like that is what's a little bit lacking on them. I don't know if that was something that just disintegrated, but they came with this little separator.
Hi, Sue.
So you can see how they would have been in the box. And yeah, it says half dozen. I don't know if you can see that on there or not. Here it is. Half dozen originally. So this box is about 13 inches by 4.5. So, I mean, I've been tempted to take them out and sell them individually at my booth, but I love the box because you just don't, they just got discarded. Or, I mean, people would save them to put the ornaments back in, but they wouldn't put the exact same thing in that, came in the box originally sometimes.
Right.
So, hi, Sue. So those are my choice this time around.
Yeah, those are really awesome.
I mean, you could assemblage to your heart's content with these guys as well. Put them in with something else.
And we've got Sherry in for 20.
So made in Japan, so that should be 50s as well, give or take that time period.
Well, and you're right, with the delicateness of that ornament, it's amazing they are still in that good a condition.
Right. You can probably even glue on a little hook or hanger or loop or something if you wanted to hang them as well. So, and this is something that I hesitate to put out at my booth because it's got multiple pieces and it's so fragile. I would have to wrap it up and then it's hard to see because I like to be able to take things out and touch them and feel them. That's what I like to do when I'm out, shopping. So it's a hard piece to put out. So I'm not losing pieces out of a whole set like that. So,
and some kid is going to come along and go to one of them.
Right. Or they try and open it, open the honeycomb and it rips them. I've had that happen too. So, but we can count them down for Sherry.
Going once. Going twice.
I actually found these in Colorado.
Nice.
Yeah.
And sold to Sherry.
Thank you so much. Going out on the south end of Colorado on a trip.
Is that the older part of town?
No, I mean, we were going south to Texas.
Oh,
so we went just straight south down through Pueblo, Walsenburg, down that direction.
All right, I have a pair of earrings, and they are going to start at $12. And they are dyed freshwater pearls. They have this little hinge.
Oh, wow.
Oops, this hinge closure on the earrings. And then you have this little cluster. Each one you can see is individually strung on here. But beautiful green, light green, dyed freshwater pearls. And let's see, they are going to hang down about 2.5 inches. So when you're wearing them, they are going to hang quite a bit. But yeah, it's a nice color. It's like it's just enough color, but still fairly neutral. That they're going to go with, a lot of items, a lot of different colors you can mix that with. But each one is individually strung on to the chain. So beautiful clusters of freshwater pearls.
They remind me of something that I wore in high school. Late 80s, early 90s kind of style. But I think they were beads, not the pearls that were clustered like that.
Oh, yeah. All right. We'll let you think about those. And we'll go back to Becky.
All right. I have a pair of ornaments, $8 for the pair as a start. These are, okay, come on now, cooperate. Hand carved wooden ornaments. And this one has a tag on it that says it was hand carved by, and it has some initials. And then it says that this is zebra wood for this one. This one doesn't have its tag anymore, but I assume it came from the same crafter or artisan. But it's a little bit darker wood. Almost got a red tint to it. And then they put in the eye hooks at the top. They're about 3.5 inches top to bottom.
And are you going to get both for $8 or is it choice?
You get the pair.
Wow.
And they'll stay together.
Those are beautifully done.
Right. I would think it'd be neat if you were a painter too. It would be a great canvas for even putting some more embellishments on them.
Yes.
So, I mean, I love carved wood. One of the things, with my dad doing furniture and stuff when I was younger. It takes a lot of time to just do a little piece like this. So
I'll bet.
Yeah, definitely this one is much more of a red. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what kinds of wood they are. They're, like the people that make the hand carved bowls and stuff, you can go into the wood carving shop and they have just cubby hole after hole with just all sorts of just small pieces of wood in all different colors. It's amazing the different variety of grains and colors and everything that they have out there. So, but that is my choice. They are just about, let's see, 1.5 inches, if that, across.
And you're going to get both of them for $8.
Yep, get the set. Okay. I don't cramp up all of a sudden. It's interesting how they did this one opposite. I would have thought that they would have tried to hang it this way, but maybe this was just too small to put the eye hook in. So, but this is even smaller. So I don't know. Just kind of fun, different shapes.
Yep, we've got Sherry in for $8.
Okay.
And we'll count that down. Going once. Going twice.
Stay. They like to roll off my desk too. I want to put them in a bag for you. Thank you, Sherry.
Okay, so for all of your entertaining purposes, I have a little silver plate. I guess it's like a little basket tray. And it comes with the plate that fits right inside there. So it actually kind of snaps in place. I wasn't quite sure it was going to when I took it out to give it a little wash. And I went, oh, is it going to go right back in? But it does. It goes right back in there. Now, the plate, yep, this was used. It does have, ooh, you can't see. It's got a few little scratch marks on it because it probably had something on it and somebody had to scoop it up. But the handle on here is gorgeous. There is the top. And then it has these 4 wonderful little feet that it sits on. Now you could probably, find another plate that
Mhm.
is that size if you want to put it out for maybe a pattern plate, one that goes with maybe your set. You could put in a different, like probably bread and butter size plate in there. Let's see, how big is that? Yeah, it's about 6.25 inches. So that's
Mhm.
about a bread and butter size. So yeah, so if you have like a beautiful pattern, you're like, oh, I want to use one of those in here, you can swap it out or another clear one. But this is just such a great little basket here.
Did you say it was marked?
It's not that I can see, but
It's
that doesn't
cute.
mean it's not.
Right, right, right.
Sometimes it's hard to find the markings on here that show like who made it. But I don't see anything jumping out at me on this one.
And
But
that
yeah,
one doesn't bend down, doesn't have a bent like the other one. The handle doesn't bend.
no, it's soldered right on there. It's not going anywhere.
That's a really cute design. I like it.
And altogether, it's about 5.5 inches tall. So yeah, it's one
Oh.
of those designs that could fit in. If you have a mid-century modern, you could put a different plate in here and have it be,
Mhm.
a very mid-century modern. But if you have like a Victorian style Christmas, you definitely could make it Victorian. It's such a nice pattern. It could go with several different styles.
I'm wondering if you could put another something underneath the clear. Like,
Oh,
for lack of a better word, could you, I mean, you could put like a patterned napkin or a patterned paper plate or something underneath to
true.
because it's clear, you could have almost anything show through it.
Yeah. What do I even have a piece of paper?
And it doesn't sit all the way down on that rim, so there's a little space. That's a real cutie.
I've got like nothing. I'm so prepared.
Here, I have a napkin. They're 3-ply. They
I
just
got
fit perfect right
nothing.
underneath there.
But yes, there is enough space that something
Right.
probably could fit right under
Mm-hmm.
in there. And yep. So that is 15. All right. And we're going to go back to Becky.
Okay, I have a choice. I'm getting hot, Flash. Can you tell? Look at my ears, bright red. My toes are cold, but my ears are hot. Crazy.
Quick, go outside and melt some snow.
I know, right? Yeah, just put my head in the snowbank quick. So I have a $3 start and with a choice. Oh, I didn't realize this had a sticker on it. We can get it. We'll get it. So I have a couple different vintage ornaments. We'll pretend you can't see that. I have the little Jewel Bright, but it doesn't have, it has the starburst with the little holly leaves, but it doesn't have a character like an angel or a bell or something like that in there. So this is one choice. And I have the green one that's solid, that reflects when you hang it on, so you can see like the mirror side and the clear side. I don't know if you can see that, where it's reflecting the light through there. So I have that Jewel Bright. I have a chick that is a little honeycomb. It's almost like a little angel, but I mean, he's got a little halo, but he's got wings, but I thought it looked like a chick. So, I mean, I don't know what we
Yeah,
got going on here.
angel chick. Absolutely.
Right. And he's got a little made in Japan sticker on his hanger. And the last choice is this little Santa made with 2 old vintage bulbs and 1 googly eye. So, but they're vintage and they're great. And I just figured I'd give you some choices. So if anybody wants to claim any of those guys, you can just throw in what, the Cyclops Santa, the Angel Chick, or the blue or the green little jewel brights.
I just love how creative some of these animals are that come out of Japan.
Right? I think this one might have been made by somebody, that, or, he got missing an eye and they glued him on, and then he was missing the other one that they glued on. And
yeah, he actually looks like he's made in Japan. He really does.
He's got that wider chenille,
Mm-hmm.
pipe cleaner details.
Yeah.
And the little cardboard stand. So
yeah, he really has that made in Japan look. And you could get another eye for him.
Right. I could just get out the Sharpie and, we'll just pop that googly eye right off and change it right up. All right. Sherry's saying the Santa and the Chick. You got it. I'll let you rearrange his eyeballs, Sherry, to whatever your little heart desires.
Or you could just keep him as you know what? You could make a patch. You could make a little patch and he could be a pirate Santa.
Pirate Santa. Uh-huh.
Hi, Thomas.
So, all right. So I have the jewel brights left if anybody's interested in those later.
And those are $3 each for the jewel brights. And Lou is going to take the other two.
All right. You got it.
He is cute as a Cyclops, isn't he?
I think,
but then again, I turn everything.
He must be looking at you from this side, You just put a bottle brush tree right in front of him over here. Yeah. He'll be all set.
Or just draw a line. He's winking.
Right.
He's winking
right. That would be even better. Just one little line. You're right.
Little line.
Just like the squinty-eyed little Santa. Uh-huh.
Right.
Perfect. Oh, no. More pipes to replace. And I don't think I have Homeschool Lou's information, so send that. That'd be great. Or I can get it from Trisha later. Either way.
Yep. All right. I have got a candle next. And this is a figurine candle. Looks like it's made out of beeswax, because it is like the color of honey. It is a Chinese woman, and she comes on a little pedestal. Now, you might need to get out your Sharpie or a pen or something to, she did get a little dinged up. But she is part of a series. And there were several, I'm going to call them village people. There were several people from, the village. And she is carrying a jar. And I'll get in close so you can see her face.
Did you see Thomas's question? Can you measure the wick, or is that an inside joke?
No, Thomas. No. I will measure the whole candle. I have not done that yet. Hi, Patrick. So the whole candle, including the stand, is 10 inches. So she's a large figurine. And then she kind of has a flowing, I guess it's a flowing robe. But she's holding a jar, and it's a $10 start for the beeswax candle in the Chinese village woman figurine. And she's very nicely detailed for being 10 inches tall.
Wax. The candles are so hard to they're just so soft. And in the where people store them is hard because I come up with stuff and they're like flattened on one side, or if it just gets too warm where they're stored.
Right.
All sorts of things happen to them. They come out leaning to one side.
Well, especially, you can tell like the girly candles that were, stored in an attic.
Yep.
Some of them are a little wonky.
Yeah. I found one that I was putting out, and his half of his face was flat. I was like, wow. Close enough.
It's getting harder and harder to find them. So, a flattened one side, hey, take it.
Right?
Take it, run with it, enjoy it. But yeah, so she's on a little pedestal. It's going to need, a little, if that bothers you. If it doesn't bother you, you like it all a natural. But there you go. She is $10. All right. And we're going to pass on that. And we are at our last items, last round.
Okay. I have another choice. I have Choice Pixies, the little knee huggers. This one is a burlap with red felt, and he has a little blue tuft of hair. I would start the choice at $10. And this one is yellow, hot pink, blue, lime green stripe with its Made in Japan sticker. And since they have the same face, I'm assuming, well, they're pretty much the same face. I'm assuming they're both made in Japan. And his hat is the same material. This one has all sculpted hair, like the rest of his face. He does too, but he's still got a little tuft of it sticking out of his hat. So these are a little bit smaller, like their bodies are sitting down without his hat. He's about 4.5 inches tall. With his hat, this one is about 6 inches. And then this guy, since his hat curls over, is just 5 inches.
And hi, Geneva. And thank you, Laura. We currently have Christy at 15 for choice.
And I know I had not a whole tub. I got a group of these and then promptly stored them away. And I think I finally found them back in the basement. But so I brought a couple tonight. There's some in there I've never even seen before with the different colorways and the shiny and everything. So they're kind of fun. But
yeah, I haven't seen one striped like that before.
Right. I mean, that's just goodness, all the neon colors.
Yeah.
And the burlap
is we had one of those when I was a kid. We had,
but it's almost like straw. It's not like even very flexible at all. It's not even like material. It's very almost is gonna get me. It's very stiff.
Thank you, Christy. All right, so we've got Sherry at 16, and we are going to count it down.
Okay.
Going once, going twice, and sold to Sherry.
All right, let me know what you'd like. The tan or the yellow. That works. She's taking both.
Taking
both.
Right.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, so my last item is going to start at $10. And if you have something and you need a stand, a nice wooden, nope. Yeah, I think this is. Well, it's either wooden or it's resin of some kind. It's got like a wood grain to it. But I think it might be faux wood. But it is a little pedestal stand for if you have a, let's see, if you have a vase or maybe a jar, or nope, that won't quite fit in there. But you want to put something up and have it on display. Let's see. I've got this little vase that fits on there. So say you got something, you want to put it on a little riser and display it. The opening on this is about 3 3/4 inches. So if you want to measure something and see if it's going to fit here, it's 3 3/4 inches across. And then the riser is about, well, it's about 1 3/4 inches tall. Yep. So if you're interested in this, but you got to go measure something first, it is, this opening on the inside is 3 3/4 inches.
Oh, yeah. Does the clay? Yeah, that would be pretty. She's a little, it's a little bit big for her, but it would still make a nice stand.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. So we are going to do the speed round now. So we're going to go back through all of the items that are still available. If you're with us in the chat, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Feel free to grab any items that you're interested in. But if you think about it later, tomorrow, feel free to contact us at our email addresses. They're up on the screen, but they're also in the description. Or better yet, leave a comment on the video. Yep. Because every time you leave a comment, you get an entry into the giveaway that I do on Fridays. You just have to leave a comment, so you might as well just leave a comment and claim an item.
Don't forget the thumbs up.
That's right. Don't forget to thumbs up. And we're going to start with Becky, and I'm going to get the link to Becky's channel. So if you haven't yet had a chance to make sure you are subscribed, go ahead and click on that.
All right. I have the blue Blinko vase. There's this pontil. It had the rib optic with the dot optic within the rib optic. About a 7.5 inch tall vase, 8 inches, somewhere in there. It was a $50 start. So basically they can claim it at what we started it at, right?
Yeah.
So that's a $50 piece. I have the Santa planter. He was made in Japan. I think it is Parma, P-A-R-M-A was the manufacturing. He was a $30 start. I had the 10 inch or 9 inch tall 3 Wiseman candle holders. And they are also made in Japan. This set was $50. They have a gold kind of accent, gold finish to them. Whoops, no camel tipping. That would be great. Stay. I have this bottle with stopper, gold on clear, with $25 start. I know it's really hard to see the pattern on it. Bring this back so we can see it. This was also made in Holland. I had 8 Santa mugs available. They were a hobby piece, $5 each. All white except for the holly and the berries. Oh, that's where this is. Friendship ball in the yellow with the red and blue and silver or gray highlights, and it does fluoresce under black light. This was $12 start. The Santa Bell, he was made in Korea. $7 start. There's a little ringer in there. The Department 56 20th anniversary pins that are now basically the 40th anniversary. Whoops.
Right.
There we go. 6 pins, $8 for the set. I think these would be neat on a small tree to make them into ornaments.
Definitely.
The December girl, she is a Joseph original, made in Japan. She was also a $7 start. The American Greetings, new old stock, Santa napkins, 20-pack for $3. And I did find one more ornament that didn't get in a choice. So if somebody wanted this little knee hugger guy, his hanger is not in the right spot. He would be $8. And he is made in Hong Kong. So he's a little bit newer. But he's a little bit smaller. He's just 3 inches.
All right. So hang on, guys. Hang on.
Uh-oh. Sorry. I offered a bonus O.
Well, no. Thomas had previously put in 7.
So I had the December girl and the Santa Bell that were both at that price.
Okay. So Thomas, did you want the Santa Bell or the December girl?
Okay.
The December. All right.
Got it.
Got it, Thomas. Okay, so now let's go back to the elf, and that one is gonna. We'll start that one because this is a bonus item.
Sorry, so I realized he didn't get offered with the choice.
So what's the start price on him?
$8.
$8. Okay.
So his little hanger is lacking. So it's attached, but there's nothing there.
All right. So we've got Christy in at 8 for the elf.
Okay.
And Sherry at 9.
And he does have a partial paper tag that says made in Hong Kong.
And Christy's at 12.
And he's just a little bit smaller. So the elves earlier, you can see the size difference from those elves. Oh, goodness sakes. Sorry. Woo! The friendship ball, the top of it that's heavier rolled down.
Oh.
That's what made the noise. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't know if this little elf is worthy of those offers. Just saying.
I don't know. He's awful cute. And Sherry is out, so we'll count that down for Christy.
All right.
Going once. Going twice.
Should have just brought all knee huggers.
And sold to Christy.
I am hoping to have some knee huggers at my 12 days of Christmas, but thank you so much. Thank you for your
that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right. So was that everything?
That is my recap.
All right.
Thank you.
if you think about something later, you watch on the replay, feel free to contact Becky at vintagevikingtreasures@gmail.com. Or you can leave a comment on the video. I will make sure Becky gets it.
Perfect. Thank you so
All
much.
right. So since I made the movies, I'm gonna go ahead and show the movies again. I mean, what's the point of having a
Roll
movie?
that beautiful bean footage.
Let me get the video up here. All right. So the first item I have for the speed round is the antique custard glass hand painted vase. It glows like crazy. It's 5 inches tall. This one is $50 and it is number 2. $50. It's number 2. And as soon as it's done showing off that beautiful glow, I'll get in close so you can see the hand painting again. How long did I make that movie for? It's still
double
there. It
feature.
is. There it is. It's done. All right. So let me get me back up here. So it has gold or yellow glass around the rim, and it is beautifully hand painted. And so that one is $50, number 2. The Fenton Bluebird. I do want to point out, I don't know what this is. You can't feel it. It doesn't wash off, but there is a little mark right there. Beautiful.
Sometimes glass gets stained by rust, like if there was a pick or something that got wet, and sometimes that happens. I know I see it in vases.
That's true. That's a good point. This bird is not marked, so it is an older bird. It is $22, number 3. And oops, I need a better spot to put that one. That tail just gets in the way.
They're easier just to lay down, honestly.
True. I have the jewelry casket on little feet. It has a courting couple design on top. Look at that beautiful work. It is red on the inside and there's a mirror, so I'm going to try not to blind everyone. Red velvet on the inside. This is $35, number 4. $35, number 4 for the jewelry casket. The Elkington. This is most likely a Victorian piece, either Victorian or Edwardian, but it is either like right before the turn of the century or right after the turn of the century. Silver plated basket. The handle does fold down. It's about 9 or 9.5 inches across. It's a big one. This is $32, number 5. The Kokeshi. So this one is about 5 inches tall, beautiful wood carved and hand painted Kokeshi. This is $20, number 6. The 1956 Royal Albert Moss Rose teapot. It is all marked on the bottom and it is dated 1956 Moss Rose Royal Albert teapot. It's in beautiful condition. And this is $40, number 7. The other movie I'm going to show is for the Amberina vase. Very possibly Ellie Smith. That was really the closest that I found to this design. The top of this really glows with the Amberina, but you can see it all around and even in the base. It's 14 inches tall. Why did it just... something went wrong. It just stopped. But you guys saw how pretty that was. Here, I'll show the top again because that's got a really nice Amberina glow to it. But when you get in close to the honeycombs, they also have a nice glow to them. So 14 inches. This is $40, number 8. So that's $40, number 8. The Hakata doll. This is a clay Japanese doll, and it is called a Hakata. She's got on a beautiful robe, all hand painted. And she's got a beautiful face. She is $35, number 9. Okay, the Caches woven picture. It is like embroidery, but they call it a woven picture out of England with the swallowtail butterfly. This is $20, number 10. The 925 Mexico bracelet. This is the clasp right here, and it is marked on the back of the loop here, Mexico and 925. This is $15, number 11. The lead crystal bottle stop. I do have the lid to the box. It just slid off my table. It is a beautiful cat on top. Lead crystal, made in Austria. This is $18, number 12.
Just blame the cat.
That's right. There's a lot of cats going around. You could blame that cat, one of my cats. Then I have the 10-carat gold-filled bracelet and the 12-carat gold-filled charm. Both of these together are $20, number 13. The Longaberger basket. This is a 1997 to 2007 Longaberger basket. It has the plastic lining on the inside also. This one is $20, number 14. The fan. So the vintage fan made with bamboo and paper with the very long tassel. Let me open that up. So this has the flower design with the bee. Beautiful bamboo. This is $12, number 15. The freshwater pearl earrings. They are dyed green. Each one is individually strung onto the chain. And oh, thank you, Sherry. I've got you for the fan. Thank you. The freshwater pearl earrings with the little hinge clasp on them are $12, number 17. The silver plate basket with the glass plate, very easy. You can pop that out and interchange that if you want to. This is $15, number 18. The candle is $10, number 19. This is a beeswax candle and it's 10 inches tall. And oh, Sherry is going to take 18. Thank you, Sherry. And then the wood or resin, I think it might be resin, made to look like wood. This is 3 3/4 inches across. So if you want to measure something to see if it'll fit there. So 3 3/4 inches on the inside. This is $10, number 20. And it is a little pedestal base for you to display something. All right, so that is everything for me. And Becky, where and when can people find you next?
Next will be my 12 Days of Christmas, starting on the 11th on Monday on my channel at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so 10 Eastern Time. I will be on the 11th through the 22nd, so 12 days in a row doing who knows what at this point. I have a list started and we have to fill in a few things. So I will be having a sale every night with giveaways and a grand prize at the end of free shipping for anybody who purchased throughout the sale. So that's my big shebang here at the end of the year.
Excellent. So that is going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be starting next week on Monday.
Right, in 2 days.
Becky's ready. She can do it.
I only have to be ready 1 day at a time, so it's awesome.
That's right. That is absolutely right. And each sale is going to be about two hours long.
Right, that's about what I aim for. If there's a lot of interest and we have stuff to still go through, we'll go a little bit longer. If we get through all the stuff early, it's a little bit shorter. So, and if there's something left over long enough to make it a second night, then that is also always an option. So
there you go.
Kind of roll with it.
And I will be back on Monday at 11:30 Eastern Time for my lunchtime sale. Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern, so right before her. Jen and I will be doing our weekly sale, and then I'm doing a bonus sale this week on a Tuesday. I don't know. I have my time written down. I know what time I'm supposed to be there. I will let everybody know on Monday. I'll be better prepared. But I will be joining Jen and Mark and Michael, 2 old guys, for the Friends Selling with Friends sale. We're a bunch of resellers, about, 5 or 6 hours worth of reselling. So I'm going to be doing one of the time slots on that sale. So I'm looking forward to it. I still will be doing my Tuesday morning sale. I'll just be doing that sale. In addition, a bonus sale. So that'll be great. That's right. But thank you, everyone, so much for joining us. And thank you, Becky, for joining.
Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it so much.
And hi, Georgia. Nice to see you. And so that is going to wrap it up. And again, if you saw something in the speed round you're interested in, feel free to send us an email or leave a comment. And yeah, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And we will be seeing you in the chats and in the sales next week. So, yeah, so take care. Have a great one.